see that one?
I actually really like this change. Yeah. The cast range. I was it the cast range that was up. I know the movement speed of the projectile
10 seconds.
increases
Just
with
long
each
enough to
bounce
regret
now,
every choice
but I
you
don't remember
made
what the
if you hurt.
other. There's two buffs to Mystic Snake. I don't
5
remember what the
seconds.
other one was.
The cast range was increased,
It was
and
cast range. Okay. Yeah.
and the projectile speed increases slightly with each bounce. It makes it a lot harder to dodge, and you can use it from further away now. So
Yeah.
very nice, being able to finish off kills or even easier to zap people
Radiant
now
gets
with
the
lane. It
ban.
does a lot of damage if it ends up getting all of its bounces off.
It also means it returns to Medusa way faster, and that is something that like people might not realize. Is after it's done, its max amount of bounces, it like zooms back to the Medusa, so you get that mana
Oh, yeah,
a
I didn't think
lot
of that.
faster.
Mhm.
10 seconds left. Well, all right.
Yeah,
Dyer
no.
gets the ban.
Didn't realize that. That Rider picked up next. I ban out the anti-mage, which makes sense if you have Medusa, because I still haven't picked up their carry. I like the Medusa here. It's tanky enough to survive Doom. Just stand your ground and continue to fight when he ults you. I feel like he
10
doesn't struggle
seconds.
super hard against Wind Ranger. A lot of time you're fine building up an MKB as well.
Hmm.
5
Uh,
seconds.
Ember Spirit's going to do a decent job like catching people in the fights and allowing you to start them. You can punish people if they'll
Radiant
group
gets
up
the
on top
ban.
of the Medusa with the Static Storm and the Disruptor. It's a solid lineup here on Cringe Crew. I really like it. They don't have a solution to the Bat Rider yet, though.
I don't know if they will is the problem either, because you do just have like the Marana Disruptor supports, and the Bat Rider should have a pretty good time
Dyer
against
gets
the
the
Ember
ban.
Spirit mid.
Mhm.
Um,
You can't really afford to pick up anyone with a Dispel at this point. Unless you wanted to go ultra crazy and do something like Vengeful Spirit offlane. But
you could do Legion, but they banned it, right? Like that was the other thing. Is like they
yeah.
could have just
10
taken the
seconds
Legion
out. And
Commander.
plenty of
That's
time left.
banned.
Tell an announcer you're less
Um,
powered if that's what's in your heart.
you could do something
5
weird and
seconds.
take back the
Radiant's going
Abaddon
to
or
pick.
something, but that's not great. Like you said, Venge, not great. Um, and Infamous have ultimate last pick here. So whatever you pick, if it's not like a universally decent hero here, is gonna get pretty hard counterpicked.
Yeah. They just decided to get rid of the Beastmaster, though.
10 seconds.
I mean, use some pushing power there in the early game, while right
5
inside lanes. I
seconds.
wonder if that means that they have
Dyer's turn to pick.
probably have a melee carry planned, and
Centaur.
they go
There we
for
go.
Centaur on Cringe Crew.
The Beastmaster would have been a really good pick since the Anti-Mage was banned. Like, it would have given them actually a lot to work with. And none of their
Mhm.
heroes do particularly well against the Beastmaster. So that was actually a
10
really
seconds.
smart ban.
Just long enough to
But yeah,
regret every choice
Centaur,
Do you
you
man.
made
like
if you hurt.
Centaur?
I
5
don't
seconds.
know, actually. Because, like, this is, again, another one of those heroes that we haven't really seen all that much. That wasn't really picked because of the change, or because of the items, right? Like, that being said, I feel like Centaur actually farms incredibly fast right now. I think he's one of the fastest farming heroes or in the early game.
Mhm.
With like his change in 7.32, but we just haven't really seen him played all that much. So I'm curious if he's able to like be more viable now.
Yeah. Uh, what do you think of? Yeah, I don't know. I think it kind of put a wrench in their plans. I think maybe they wanted to pick up a carry hero that traded with whatever safe lane are. Now I think they doubted themselves a little bit. Do you just straight up go for a carry that's going to be play super well to the Medusa, or are you more concerned about the Centaur and lane right now?
I
Do
think
you
you
want
have
to
to.
cover
I think it's
something?
a little bit of both. I'd say you're mostly worried about
Mhm.
the Medusa because the Doom and the Batrider are not going to be enough to do it alone. So you definitely need a like
I'm
really
Dave
good
Johnson.
damage
Welcome
hero
to
here.
Dave Johnson.
TB.
Okay, so they go for the
Tonight is
TB.
who's going
All
to
right, so
defend
high armor
those
to be able to trade with
ancients?
Centaur despite the fact that he's got return. They actually recently buffed Reflection, which is an amazing ability against Medusa. I think they reduced the cooldown at the. Or let me double check that one.
Yeah, I believe it was cooldown reduction.
Yeah, at early levels. It doesn't change in the late game. Um, so yeah, Medusa is going to be forced to build a Manta style this game. She'll be forced to get another form of Dispel in order to deal with that Reflection being spent off her. Otherwise, her illusion will tear apart her own team, which doesn't feel good. But yeah, we'll see if Centaur is able to just like pump magic damage into the Terrorblade inside the lane to keep him off the wave. But usually Centaur feels pretty pathetic in the lating stage. He's got like no armor, needs to build rings of protection instead of like
10
last hitting
seconds.
damage and HP regen, and he gets punished pretty heavily for that. We'll see
5
how they do
seconds.
though.
4,
Yeah,
3,
it'll be interesting for sure. Like I said, we haven't really seen Centaur all that much since his not rework, but like kind of rebalancing. to this hero. Like he just has a ton of HP regen now built into his like natively, but seriously lacks armor like you were talking about. So if he's able to get like an early chainmail or just like get a really fast vanguard, Sunlight's gonna have a great time in this lane.
Yeah, and this disruptor mount looks awful. You see it?
Yeah, it's a super old one.
Yeah, and those eyes are like painted on. It's not even a real mount; it's just cardboard. Oh, can the people see it right now?
Oh yeah, everyone can see it.
Alright, yeah, that's good. That's just cardboard. Actually, eyes. I gotta say, the models recently look way better than this old stuff.
One thing I'm realizing, Warden is on the Marana, not Flea.
Oh yeah, Flea is on the disruptor with this ugly ass set.
Yeah, which
So they switch things around.
yeah, like that is not something I think we've pretty much always
Oh
seen.
my
Flea.
god, look at the polygon. You can see them. Look at the pixels.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Can we zoom in on that when the game starts?
Compared to this beautiful
No,
Jakiro.
Yeah, that
Super
same
polished.
joke. You have like 2 jokes, Ricky. Come on.
I don't know what joke you're talking about.
Anyway, zoom in on this disruptor. I want people to look at this one up real close. Looking, what are these? Are these supposed to be eyes?
It's got
What year did this
eyebrows,
come
dude. That's the best part. Look at these things. They're mean.
What year did this come out? It's called Rage of the Three. Hold on, I gotta do some investigative journalism real quick. This came out September 2014.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So it really was one of the older sets. Oh, well, you know what? It's simple. I like that. It doesn't crash anybody's computer. It doesn't add any weird particle effects to the game. You can tell what's going on in the team fight. I'm sorry, shit talking it. I think every set should look like this.
That's nice.
All right. Our pods come out. We can break down some of these lanes for everybody. You think Flea will end up going to the bottom lane, despite the fact that he normally plays the position 4? And he'll just play this disruptor as a 5 or what?
I'm trying to think because of the lane. I'd imagine you want the disruptor in the safe lane. Like the Marana Centaur feels like it could be a lot stronger than Disruptor Centaur personally.
I think Disruptor Centaur is stronger. Like you have a very good harass in the form of Thunderstrike, as well as like decent right clicks. And being able to throw out arrows, yeah, you can do a bit with it, but you always like summon an illusion, take the arrow for it as it's flying at them, even after like there's a host stomp set up. So I'm thinking that the reason they swapped this one around is because they saw the TB pick up and thought, okay, well, we don't have a great way of harassing him with the Centaur.
Yeah, you might be right actually, because
We gotta put the disruptor up with them.
we've seen Maranas play the 5 position plenty of times. Like that's not that abnormal.
Yeah, so it might be just switched around so Flea can get harass up in the top lane, but I don't like the direction of Warden is walking and Flea is walking. I think this might be just a pure coincidence. Certainly I wouldn't, say or do anything super embarrassing, right?
Yeah. All
No
right.
fun thunder, they say.
Dude, I love this the gold centaur horn. It is probably one of the most beautifully modeled cosmetics in all of Dota.
Did you not see the disruptor mount? How about
Okay.
you show us some respect? Can we zoom back in on the disruptor? Thank you.
Sunlight's just walking right up. He just does not care.
Yeah, he really should though. Again, I mentioned this. The Centaur, very little armor. He's got 0 base armor, even though he's got, I believe, it is the highest strength growth rate in the game at 4.0. Wait, Primal
No.
Beast is higher.
It used to be the highest, but it got nerfed.
Oh, wait, tiny.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
What's
It used to
tiny
be
at
almost
now?
5 at one point, I think.
Yeah.
Slade's gonna take a ton of damage from this. Forced to go Wind Run level 1. That is not a feels good at all.
Wait, you gaslit me. It's tied with tiny.
Is
Primal
it?
is higher though at 4.3.
Okay. I was like, I know someone's higher. I know he's not the highest.
Yeah, but they end up giving Centaur a huge strength growth rate buff after they took return away from him.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad they don't have that ability anymore. It was just like you gain strength, great fortitude.
Yeah, his ult, it was like plus
definitely
16
have-
strength. It was like it was the same thing with old Drow. Old Drow was like,
Yeah,
you get
marksmanship.
agility.
Yeah.
But, you know, those are all super old Dota 1 concepts that have been kind of reworked into something more intuitive, more fun. But yeah, Centaur just
More
being like,
interactive.
here's 16 more strength. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And your
And then
hero
they just
model is
gave
like,
him this.
oh, it's like, I feel like it made your hero model bigger too.
Did it?
I don't know. It definitely felt like it.
I don't remember that part, but you're probably correct. You know more about cosmetics than I do. I just thought it was funny that they ended up just like giving the hero extra strength and strength growth right after they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's still got great fortitude, but now he's like the most broken ability we've ever thought of. It's a global stun. It makes you run at max movement speed and do damage based on strength. How fun.
Well, now it's just a
they
slow,
realized-
luckily.
Yeah, they realized that giving a hero a global stun
Hey, look who's back.
it might be a bit much.
Yeah, it was a little bit much for sure.
Arrow very easily dodged. You think he'd catch Kataro by surprise? Absolutely not.
Not today, Warden. Meanwhile, bottom, Arc getting zoned off the rune very heavily as Oscar getting body blocked up by Fleet. All right. Level 1 Scorched Earth, man. A lot of damage.
Yeah, not up to a great start. You have to just spend your TP at the beginning as well, burning through even more of your mana. Not to mention, you've probably gone through all 3 tangos after that one of the Medusa. No one should like to see the beginning of the lane.
You just
They
need to
can
get under
make
the
it-
tower regen. That's all it was, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, top lane. Oh boy, Warden was asleep.
Asleep at the wheel, and he's walking a tower range, get fire blasted.
Sunlight hit
Kataro
a
was
beautiful stomp, and Warden just didn't throw the arrow. And as a result, Kataro gets first blood from it all. Yeah, he was just
Not
sleeping at the wheel
ideal.
right there, my man.
Kataro getting that one, despite the fact he's at almost no HP as well. Man sending himself out. All right, never mind. He is not going to send himself out any regen. He's sending out a band of Elvskin. I stand corrected.
The classic.
If he wants
Terrorblade
regen,
items.
he can. Yeah, he can get it from Katyu.
There was a time on Terrorblade where you could just go 3 or 4 bands of Elven skins to start the game. And you just go wand, belt, like Elven skin, Elven skin, Elven skin. It was good stuff.
You mean slippers? Come on.
No. I mean the bands, not slippers.
Oh.
There's gonna be the arrow to follow up the stun. A lot of damage onto the Terrorblade, but
A lot of damage onto the centaur.
I don't know if they can. Oh, he's got the double edge. It's not going to be enough to finish it off. Warden, one more auto attack cleaves him under the tower. So Warden's going to be able to find an exchange there, which is quite nice. Does get level 2 as well in the process, so does live against Katyu thanks to the leaps.
If you got the damage block there, I think he would have survived. But
Probably, actually, because with his high armor and the tower, probably.
yeah. But sometimes unlucky. Punished for not bringing yourself extra regen. That's what you get for only coming to lane with a extra band of Elvskin after you get the kill. That's what carry players deserve. Warden's putting the hurt onto Katyu here, making it difficult for him to pull. Down to the bottom lane, Sladen getting chased out of the bottom lane by the Disruptor. Oh, he
Radiant's
just
courier
courier
has
though.
made one last run.
Sick.
To heaven.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really talked about mid lane at all. It's like, it's Ember and a Bat Rider, and there's not going to be a whole lot going on here. Actually,
There is
well, I
now.
say that Nico, he let himself get up to 4 stacks on the enemy high ground, so he's just dead. And Sebas will grab that first kill in the mid lane.
Level 4 in the Bat Riders. Basically, all he needs to be able to run down top lane.
Another stomp into arrow. Very strong.
A lot of mana damage coming out from this.
I think Centaur in general is very underrated in terms of how much damage he does. Like both Hoof Stomp and Double Edge scale pretty dang well. And he's also got his Ring of Health coming out, so my guess is he probably just builds into a Vanguard.
Radiant's throwing all they've
Bottom lane, a big fighting coming out. They're gonna be able to finish off the Wind Ranger. Oscar's gonna be forced to back on out. Do you think it goes Vanguard or Hooded Defiance, do you think?
The Centaur or the Doom?
The Centaur.
Probably Hooded Defiance.
Mid lane, Nico. Playing with fire. They actually cancel hit the TP to the mid lane. All right, nicely done.
On
I don't know
bottom
whose
lane,
it was.
finding Flea. And top, they're going to try to go into Sunlight here.
Yeah, nice reflection, plus all the slows from this Ogre. Is it going to be enough? It is. Kataro claps him on the last auto attack there. So that's a very big kill.
Despite all the extra armor he has from sitting underneath the tower, he still ends up taking a lot there.
I'm not sure how I feel about this new Terror Blade meta.
What do you mean?
I feel like
set?
I feel like it's a Final Fantasy character, dude. It's just really weird.
I thought it was one of the ones that you liked.
No, I hated that Terror Blade set actually. It's like I think it's like
No, you said you hated the set, but you liked the transformation.
I said that was the best part of the set, but I still don't know if I like it.
It's the best part of it, but I still hate it.
That's how much I like the set, man.
Yeah, okay.
Bottom lane though, they did manage to find a kill there onto the Medusa, so it's going pretty well for Oscar. He did pick up a casual Wraith Band, which I do like because he's gonna be taking a lot of right clicks just from these heroes. I'm assuming he would go for his Chainmail next, but he might greed for the Midas mid lane. We're gonna see a lasso come out after a beautiful shackle, and Sabas is gonna get himself a second kill there onto the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, switches over to 5 minutes, nighttime, less vision to work with. Wind Ranger comes in, plants a ward, and then finds a kill alongside it just before the Ember hits level 6. So really pushing the level advantage that he had from finding that solo kill off on an Ember Spirit earlier. And now Ember's not going to be alive for the 6-minute power rune spawn. Warden's going to try to contest it.
That is such a good play from Warden.
Yep. And he's going to get away with it too.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually curious. Sunlight's actually gone for 3 points in the Retaliate instead of going for any extra points in like the Double Edge or the Hoof Stomp. Warden walking under a Ward Sentry. He's got to leap away.
He actually ended up going for the Vanguard rather than the Hooded Defiance. This might have just been because he died. But between this and the Retaliate, you're going to be hesitant to trade with him.
Yeah, I kind of like the Vanguard personally. If he is going to go the Retaliate, then it makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. If you go to the Defiance, you want to be spamming Double Edge onto like neutral creeps and creep waves, but you farm a lot faster with the Retaliate build, and you take the towers quicker. You might just like tank up this tower and dive it. We'll see.
Yeah, that is pretty much what it comes down to, right?
Bottom lane, Oscar wants to run at Flea here. He activates Scorched Earth and diving him under the tower.
I mean, this is level 3 Scorched Earth. It is a lot of damage.
Yeah, it also lasts a while, but Flea waits as long as possible, like walks a good distance away from Oscar and then glimpses him back.
Oof, that was a good chunk of damage.
Batrider's down here now, though.
Yeah, he's going to find Flea and no glimpse for 2 more seconds, so he's going to finish him off and turn his attention towards the Medusa. She's got no TP. Oh, Ark, you are in for a world of hurt right now. Nice rotation from the Ember. Wait a minute. He comes in, able to finish off the Doom. KBU on the Warden. Arrow off the mark, but he's continuing to chase here. Sleight of Fist in one. Nico cleans up the bottom lane. Nicely done on the Ember.
Yeah, managed to find 2 kills there. Makes up for the Batrider rotation. It's going to make his game a lot nicer. How are we looking on net worth?
Terror Blade at the top.
Oh, not good. But it does help Ember Spirit recover. Finding those 2 right there. Batrider. TB, I imagine he stays at the top. He's going to be in the jungle. He's got nothing but stat items. He's going for Dragonlance next. He'll probably go into Yasha after that.
I guess I can get faster.
Even though I don't think Yasha is an amazing farming item anymore. But
yeah,
he's going to avoid the Centaur. Centaur just clears out his illusions too easily. He can't trade with the Centaur anymore because of the Vanguard.
Yeah.
And this is what the Centaur is going to do. Take advantage of the Vanguard, tank up the creeps. You've got Retaliate maxed out. You gotta farm up so quickly like this.
Yeah.
And you're gonna pressure the tower. Catyu's doing as well as he can though, keeping units off the building.
Yeah, 4 points in the retaliate now, so does the flat 45 damage plus 38% of his strength. It ends up being a lot.
Yep.
And he can just constantly drag these waves into creep camps and farm and basically double farm. It's like the axe strategy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exact same thing. Building a Vanguard and an Axe, this is what you're going to be doing. Char knows he's never going to be able to threaten him as well, so they leave him be. It means he's going to get a very quick Blink Dagger.
They're smoked up here on Cringe Crew as they're heading into the jungle, trying to find one of these heroes. And Nico, he's going to find the Terrorblade.
Ooh.
He's got no Sunder, of course, so this is a really big kill if they can find it. There's the arrow to follow up from the Searing Chains. Trying to make some space to close up with his team, but it's not going to come through in time, so they find that one. Sunlight top lane, they're actually going to bring in the Bat Rider, and they might be able to find a kill on him. The question is, can anyone help him?
Nico want to slay chains? No.
Nicely done there from Sebas.
Yeah. That, the commitment that Cringe Crew just did on the Terrorblade distracted them pretty hard, though. Like, the Bat Rider was moving over to find a kill onto the Centaur, and they very easily would have found it at the same time the Terrorblade went down, but they got safe with friend syndrome and got back afterwards. It did give the Centaur the opportunity to get out, but I guess he figured it was pretty safe up there.
Radiant's middle tower is about
Given
to
that
be
they would have
aboard
responded and
small
helped the TB if they were there, but they're there anyways. Needs it going down. Don't have to commit lasso for that one.
Sunlight's just going brown boots right into the Blink Dagger after the Vanguard.
Yep. Not surprised. What I'm interested in is if he'll go Crimson Guard or not.
middle tower has taken one hell of
I
a
actually was
beating.
wondering the same thing, because it is really good against heroes like Terrorblade that spawn in a lot of illusions. And it's also pretty good against Wind Ranger, so we
And they
could
buffed
see
it.
it. Yeah, and it did. Well, they buffed the passive to it, not any of the actives, but I still think it's pretty good. Mid lane, trying to dive Catyu here. Ember looks like he is going to try and go for the dive to finish him off. One more auto attack's going to secure that kill and open up that mid tower, as Arc will be the one to last it. It's Flea. He's found the Terrorblade on the backside. There's going to be the Stampede as well to try and close the gap. They've got to keep him inside this silence if they want to find the kill. He gets the Sunder off at the last second. Sebas comes in on the Bat Rider. They get the Doom off onto the Medusa, the Lasso, onto the Ember. They're crumbling on the side of Cringe Crew as they overstep their bounds. And Flea now trying to get away from this Terrorblade. He should be able to. No, he just dies the tower. Oh, God. Well,
Just not able to put out damage onto this TV fast enough. I mean, I guess he was just surprisingly tanky. Man's got a lot of armor to work with. Not the most HP in the world, but it ended up being enough. And then same time that was going on, two heroes smoked wrapping around the back.
Ember was out of mana completely too, so he didn't have mana for Searing Chains to hold him inside the Static Storm. Like they were missing a lot, and big deal.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower.
At the rune here, Nico gonna take a lot of damage. It's gonna be an arcane rune top, but there's the blink reveal from Sunlight as they managed to find two potentially. But he's also just trapped next to the Bat Rider, which is not where you want to be on this hero. As he's just building up those stacks and just finishes them off without any issues at all. And Sebas is just gonna keep going. Now chasing down Warden. He's got one leap charge left. I don't think he survives this. Yeah, one more auto attack. He gets it. Nico with the Searing Chains to hold the Bat Rider into place, trying to push him away with the Flame Break. One more auto attack. Oh, he gets him with the burn. Sebas with a triple kill as Oscar helps find the kill there onto Flea. A disaster back-to-back for Cringe Crew.
It is them just slaughtering the Cringe Crew heroes right now. And I think this only gets worse. The tower, I don't think will go down. Ember Spirit will be. I mean, Centaur's already here. Ember Spirit will be back up in just a moment. But this Doom is getting big. The Terrorblade is free farming while this is going on. The only time you interrupted his farm was to try to find a kill on him, and he ended up turning that one around on you and getting even more gold. And Bat Rider's now doing great as well. He is 8-2. His BKB is only 1,400 gold off. And your Medusa hasn't found time to farm, unfortunately. You're like 3 minutes behind your target. Things
Smoke
not
up.
good.
I mean, do they have the damage to bring down Oscar? They're going to try it. There's going to be the blink, the stomp into the arrow. But he's managing to survive for the moment. There it is. Searing Chains from Nico, as he's going to be the one to join the fray. And on the backside of the fight, Cat is going to get found here by Flea. So this should end up being 2 kills for the side of Cringe Crew as they get something. Meanwhile, mid lane, you lose Arc.
Yeah. Wind Ranger gets on top of the Medusa, ends up landing up a shackle along with the Flaming Lasso, and there's plenty of damage to take down the Medusa.
Do you see Sladen's skill build? 4-4-1. He has no points in ult.
Why would you in a game like this against a centaur?
Yeah. He's just all utility.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, it might be a little bit easier finding kills onto Disruptor and Mirana with the focus fire, but honestly, Munda, I agree with him in it not being worth the skill point. Spamming out Power Shot, extra stun duration from Shackle along with the cooldowns, definitely worth getting. He's just gonna go for the Aghanim Shard next as his first item, so like you said, all utility on him.
I like it.
Top lane, Sunlight says enough is enough. Going for the tower.
I feel like they should have committed to killing this tower a while ago, but
Rick belly up.
took them a little bit longer than they would have liked. Now 4K gold lead.
You're not really feeling the effects of the gold lead yet, though. We've got a bunch of unfinished items.
Yeah.
You have been Dyer's top
Particularly though, Kataro is on his way to a Scotty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kataro's on his way to a Scotty. You just about have the BKB completed on the Batrider as well. You're like 300 gold away. That's one of the big ones. And you can just walk into the enemies without a care in the world, and it shuts down the Static Storm and Kinetic Field from the Disruptor. Which I think is like one of the biggest issues the Batrider has in these team fights.
Oh, mid lane. Blink Stomp catches the Wind Ranger, and there's the arrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Backside though, Cat Yu gonna try and reveal them. In comes Kataro. He goes ahead and pops that meta. Sunlight goes in with the Stampede. There will be able to finish off one, but there's gonna be the Doom on the backside, dropped onto that Centaur. Searing Chains gonna push that Batrider away, and they get out. Okay, they get themselves two kills and survive.
Right. Not so bad for Cringe Crew.
Are they going back in?
They want to. I mean, they do have an advantage. 2 of the supports are dead right now.
Oh my gosh, they're so close to finding Oscar. He's just below you.
Yeah, that would be pretty free if they got him, but he gets to walk away as well. And he is also 800 gold away from his BKB. Again, they're so close to so many timings right now. Cringe Crew need to be making their moves now. They could run. Batrider would be a disaster to run into. His BKB's done.
Oh, Searing Chains off the mark. They found the real... Oh, he gets out with the Remnant. Nicely done. Batrider held right on the edge, but that BKB, like you said, it's completed. They're looking to get the Sunlight, but the Gale Force just holding them in place, and he does end up finding the lasso onto the Ember Spirit anyway. Stone Gaze through from Arc, trying to clean up the backside. Does manage to take down one, but he's got other issues. Sabas is still alive. The rest of the team here coming in numbers. The chain stuns are there. And Oscar, he might be able to just walk away. Well, never mind, they're batting back actually on the Centaur. Oh, sniped by the Wind Ranger.
Yeah, and Sebas manages to walk away as well. Finishes off Mirana as he flees. So, Cringe Crew, engagement after engagement, they're just falling apart here.
That's a 5-for-1 plus a buyback.
Yep. I mean, that felt really bad. The Centaur just trapped on that edge there, getting burnt down.
Yeah, he was like right next to the cliff, so he couldn't actually move inward at all.
He just kept clipping into it.
If you're in the vicinity of Dyer's top tower, I'd put on a hard hat. That baby is coming down.
Where they go from here? I mean, Nico thankfully has a decent item for clearing out illusions. He's known for pushing out waves. He's got the Maelstrom. He's working on the BKB next. Well, then dealing with just the hard lockdown from the Doom and the Batrider feels impossible. And now that these BKBs are going to be completed on more heroes, they're mostly magic damage lineup outside of this Medusa is just going to get shut down. And Medusa has not had time to farm.
No, she's super underfarmed compared to the other cores of this game. 3,000 gold behind the Terrorblade alone, who is about 1,000 gold off of his Scotty. Oh, he's gonna walk right into 3. And that's going to be a very nice gank rotation here from Cringe Crew, as he will not be able to survive that one this time.
Yeah, too far forward. I guess they caught him crossing the river with that ward, and got him on his way back. That one place pretty close to the tower by Flea. It is surprisingly late game to see this one set up, so his vision gained by him.
Ooh, another nice blink stomp, but a shackle kind of holding them at bay. And there's going to be the Gale Force trying to cut and run here with the Stampede, but it's not going to happen as Warden just gets a D ward, I guess, with his dying breath. But 2 more kills going the way.
Slayden wants blood.
Oh, Sebas wants blood. Oh, he gets the lasso, pulling in the Medusa. She popped the Stone Gate. He's going to get pulled back.
They do.
Oh my gosh, he's got him there. Shackle at bottom lane onto Centaur. Is he gonna be able to solo kill Arc here? One more auto attack? He does. Oh my goodness. And Centaur on the other side trying to get away, but Oscar's too big, man. Sebas now being chased by Nico.
Right? So they end up just losing both of them there.
Yeah.
And yeah, Nico, please tell me that he ends up getting him. Oh, it doesn't connect. The slide chain is just a little bit off. He didn't have enough distance there, and he was all out of remnants.
Dude, this Witchblade that's about to come out from the Batrider is going to be devastating.
About to come out. It is done, my friend. You are right. I don't know how they survived the damage from this one.
You definitely just go for the Shard next. Like, that's the build when you go for the Witchblade eventually, is you just get the Shard.
So no longer disarms you, applies. Oh, right. Every other attack.
Yeah, every other
was so
attack.
funny when it came out.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of people trying like Dragonlance, like Witchblade Mask of Madness builds, and it was like, it's, you know, very funny for sure when it works, but it also, there's a lot of times where that didn't work.
I want to see Moonshine.
A tool to teach.
All right, Doom now has the Blink Dagger completed as well. He's got Blink, BKB, Doom. Terrorblade just finishes the Eye of Scotty. There it is.
Warden trying to get away here from Sebas, but ends up getting the kill anyway. This Batrider is a massive problem, dude. He is top net worth at 21 minutes.
Just farming non-stop. Yeah, 3 item pickups just now on the side. The Dire. All he can do is run. Arc is just desperately trying to finish up his Mantis Eye, which he like absolutely needs his first item. Otherwise, his own reflections from the Terrorblade tear his team apart.
That
He's gonna hold
also
this for the
Napalm.
reflection to come out as well. Yeah, I think he might just need a BKB in order to deal with these heroes, but this feels really bad doing that. Maybe someone on your team just builds Lotus Orb for the Dispel.
I mean,
But everyone on your team is so poor right now.
yeah, it's like, who can afford to build a Lotus, you know? Roshan here, number 1, gonna go the way of Infamous. Meanwhile, Oscar just trying to scout some heroes here in the mid lane. They are gonna pull Oscar back in. He does have a BKB, and they are gonna be able to force it. A blink up in a few seconds, but it doesn't look like they're gonna continue the chase. Wait a minute, they do have a Sentry up on the high ground. He's looking for Sunlight. He sees Nico as well. He gets stunned up. The arrow to follow. Sebas got baited.
Ends up going down. ×6 unstoppable streak going the way of Warden.
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
I did miss. Sorry, I was looking what Doom was going for next. Or trying to think what he was going for next. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen a pipe from either of these offlaners.
I'm trying to think, like, Doom could build one, but he also like wants to build a lot of like utility, and I guess pipe would definitely be worth it for Cringe Crew, but Centaur also has no farm.
Doom queues up the Heaven's Halberd instead.
Yeah, he's going for a Lotus on the Centaur, it seems.
Well, it makes sense. We mentioned that. I mean, you're playing against a Batrider. You're playing against the Reflection. You just want more Dispels, and if you can get the last or the Lotus off on whatever Sebas wants to target, you basically shut him down from being able to steal somebody. And Nico finishes his second real item. He had a BKB get up before. Instead, he gets himself a Lincoln Sphere. Playing against Doom Batrider.
Pretty good Lincoln's game.
And when they do, yeah, it just makes sense. Well, Tired of getting himself jumped. TB will get his
I am
Manta.
not a betting man, unless it's basketball.
He's managed to like find a decent amount of farm on this hero, but
They're
oh, Sunlight,
moving
Blink
in.
Stomp. They find the Terrorblade. Arrow does come through, but again, he's got an Aegis. Oh, nice Manta dodge there on Arc to get out of that shackle, but they actually just can't do anything. Stampede comes out. Even the Stone Gaze comes out. They've lost the Disruptor on the backside of the fight to Sabas, and he hasn't even had to commit the Stone Gaze. They just tickled the Terrorblade. It's actually a disaster here for Cringe Crew.
On the Emperor Spirit. He misses the stomp because Nico dodges and he doesn't connect the Doom either.
Oh.
But regardless of that, they're just getting them torn apart.
I am not a betting
Nico
man,
played that
unless it's
perfectly against the
basketball.
Doom.
Football, horse
But it
racing,
didn't even
football,
matter.
But if I was, I'd bet on
Dude,
Raiders.
they
That
just
is
got
sad.
absolutely owned on a fight where like they got the initiation onto Kataro, but there's just no
Yeah.
damage. This guy's 2,800 HP and they do not have it.
Top tower just
I
got
mean,
stuck.
I think they're just hesitant to like drop absolutely everything on him. He's got the Aegis right now.
Oh boy, Arc.
Yeah.
He's already popped the Manta, so he is super dead here.
He's got it back up in 7 seconds, but the question
Oh, wait
is
a
if he has
minute.
7 seconds.
They don't have detection.
They do not have detection.
Meanwhile, Yules into arrows, caught the
got
Doom.
BKB,
Nice
but he
shackle does
doesn't
come
get it
through. Sebastian, yep, pops the BKB, sees Arc on the backside. Nice static storm there from the Disruptor. Sladen trying to make some space. They do find Nico, but a stomp comes through to save him. Sunlight, nicely done. They even get the glimpse now onto Sabas. Okay.
They're turning things around.
Double kill for Arc, 4 for nil.
Yeah. Punished for the lack of detection. The Yules into the Itero. I think Doom didn't realize just how much damage would come onto him when he hit the ground because he didn't pop his BKB at any point. Arrow ends up connecting. He drops. And ends up getting another dodge with the Ember Spirit. This Doom keeps on trying to hop on top of him and then with a War Stomp. He has consistently missed. Nico's just reacting so fast to these. Now he's got the Aghanim Scepter queued up. Much needed win on that fight, though.
Absolutely.
This is just buying Medusa more time. She needs to get like a couple of items. The only thing that she has so far is that Manta style.
Regeneration.
She might actually get to build some real damage here. Definitely needs an MKB this game. Like playing against the Terrorblade, who's currently building up a Butterfly. I'm not.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Oh no, Medusa's already built the Daedalus. They're starting to build a Daedalus.
Top tower is really taking a beating.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, the Butterfly, I
He's got
mean,
the
it is
Chrysalis.
really good.
Yeah, but it's just no. I'm upset about the Chrysalis being built right now.
Put on a hard hat. That baby's
You'll have the
coming
Daedalus done pretty quickly, but this TB is going for a Butterfly. It hasn't built the first component of it. If you saw that and built an MKB at the same time, it would feel a lot nicer. Now the Terrorblade's gonna feel like way tankier when they're fighting into each other.
All right, bottom lane. Aegis gonna get the consumed there. They get the blink, they get the Doom onto the Medusa, and she needs help and fast. She's gonna end up in the wrong hands as Batrider's even gonna join the fray. They pop that Stampede, trying to get the Medusa out of here, but there's just no chance. The damage is just too much. Sunlight just gets absolutely blown apart here by Kataro's Nico. He's out of mana and out of remnants, out of life. Big
Flies
catch
out
there.
before he dies. Yeah,
Don't look
good
now.
catch on the Medusa. She ends up just melting. That was a Doom this time, initiating with the Infernal Blade rather than the Stomp. And now they're just gonna walk up high ground. Still have Metamorphosis for like another 20 seconds here. They don't have another Fortify available.
They should be able to break this tier 3. They'll get the refresh on the fort, of course. Oscar,
Yeah.
nice Yules there from Warden to slow down the Doom.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom
But tier
tower
3 tower should crack here.
Yeah, they'll get this and they'll probably be forced to back up afterwards. All the heroes on the side of
sturdy bottom tower
Cringe
was
Crew are back up now, other than the Ember Spirit, and you have another fortification to work with to buy them the last time that they need, so. Now getting back.
All right, Sabas grabs a Blink Dagger, and now a Haste Rune that's bottled up. Dude, I can't believe they took tier 3 bottom, but mid tier 1 still stands.
Look, man, you're just in the right place for it. You'll get around to mid when you're around for mid. Silver Edge now complete on the TB. Very nice.
Oh, really? He went for Silver Edge?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. He had that butterfly queued up, right?
Yeah, he did. Well, it's not as much of a tragedy for the Medusa now.
Yeah.
But you're not dealing with that evasion when you're trying to fight into her.
I don't really know what the Silver Edge is for, though. The only thing that breaks this entire game is like Centaur's return or Retaliate or whatever.
Yeah.
But it is just, you know, a Silver Edge, right? So a lot of damage plus, of course, the active, which is always good.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
top tower is really taking a beating.
I think it.
Dyer's using Radiant's bottom
Does it disable the
barracks as a
split
punching
shot? I know it
No.
doesn't disable the mana shield.
I don't think it does. Maybe it does. I don't think so, though.
Fly, my pretty, fly.
Because it's not technically a passive. It's a toggle or whatever.
Yeah.
Long
I'll test
Roche
in the lab after
respawn.
this game.
2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, Disruptor finishes an Aghanim Scepter.
top tower, I'd put on a hard
I mean, that's
All right,
pretty
this
huge
is
for
big.
Flea. What
Yeah,
the
yeah,
heck?
yeah. He's still a little ways from level 15. He doesn't have money for Tome yet. If he got the level, sorry, the 2 seconds extra static tome duration, that'd be big.
Stampede top lane for Nico, but just burns out to the Doom anyway. Mid lane,
In lowest hell.
Sebas is hunting here on the Bat Rider.
Yeah. Without the Ember Spirit, they're not inclined to try to fight them.
Oh, there's gonna be the Stone Gaze.
Once again, no detection. He had it on top of the hill. There was the observer, sorry, the sentry ward that Cat you placed a couple minutes ago, but
What have we here?
He just buys a gem, like instantly. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm tired of this.
never again. Katara now working on finishing up this Hurricane Pike. He buys the Force Staff, his Dragon Lance, and
Radiant's middle tower is about to be a pile of smoking rocks.
this tower is taking a lot of damage to the illusions. Again, without the Ember Spirit, they're not really feeling that confident to come by and fight. Thankfully, it was a very long Roshan respawn, so regardless of the fact they end up losing the Ember Spirit, they're not going to lose any objectives off of it.
Yeah.
It's time for him to come back, position around the pit, and potentially take a fight. And do have a reasonable chance of taking a fight here. Again, the Aghanim Scepter on Disruptor, this is big.
Yeah, if you manage to get the right opening, you could probably blow up the Terrorblade. That's the big one, but still not super easy. Quick D ward there with the gem.
Yeah. Well, they're just going to try to trap as many heroes as they can. And again, makes the BKB, the Doom, and the Bat Rider just completely useless if they catch them in it.
Yeah.
So they'll have to preemptively activate their BKB before jumping in. I'm sure that they scouted out the Scepter on the Disruptor by this point, though. So I know that it's there. Double damage here in the bottom of the river. And this point, you know there's going to be like near a max spawn time or Sean. You probably want to move back over to the pit. Smoke breaks on the Bat Rider. They don't know that he's here. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, they got vision inside, and he did not know about the Ags, I guess, as he just gets instantly blown up. The Stampede continuing their chase here as they find Catyu. The Glimpse going to send him all the way back into No Man's Land. And Slade a nice shackle onto 2. The follow-up stomp. The Doom, it does get reflected, but they've managed to hold the Medusa down long enough. And Kataro, he's hungry, looking for more. Nico, able to finish off one more. Does pick up the gem there. The lasso does come through. Can they burst him in time? The chain stuns are there. Nico goes down. They get their gem back. Meanwhile, Kataro soloing off Flea on the backside of the fight as well. So, yeah, a nice opening for Cringe Crew, but it just barely not good enough.
Taking the fight in the enemy jungle, they're just able to buy back and come straight into the outpost, made it even more difficult. And Roshan will respawn right after that. And Taro, thankfully, he's already transformed all that extra damage on top of that buff from the Bloodlust. He's going to make quick work of Roche.
Yeah.
Yeah, rough start to the. I mean, it was a good start to it, but the instant buyback just made it impossible. I was concerned. I thought they didn't know that the Bat Rider was there for a moment, and he was just going to get away because the smoke pops on everyone, and they were kind of slow to react, but they did drop the kinetic field on him afterwards. A little bit surprised that Sebastian just like popped his BKB.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was saying. I was like, I
he...
feel like he was slow to react. He could have blinked or popped the BKB.
Yeah.
But maybe he didn't see them.
Disrupted by the gem as well, by the way.
If you've always hated Radiant's middle tower, I have good news.
Really?
He's concerned
Who did he
about
put it on?
the wards and the silver edge
Okay,
coming
he still
out.
got it.
How about we catch a glimpse of
Bat Rider
it?
did get the shard from the Roshan, so
Tower is about to
big damage that comes out from this hero now.
Someone just escaped from down there? I didn't see. He is just destroying trees down here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they're
and
trying to
Satan just started
save
force
someone.
staffing himself through and power shotting. Saying that if anyone is outside the base, this is where they want to be able to cut waves, and planting observer wards at all the exits to the enemy team's base as well.
It's good stuff. Smart.
But it's on the high ground, so even though they have this jump, they'll need to exit pretty far in order to catch the observer wards. So relatively safe out there. I'm grouped up, and they have a smoke on Flea. Yeah, looks like they're gonna try to leave the base. We still have another 3 minutes on the Aegis, though, so Terrorblade isn't really the hero you want to try to find.
Ooh, they're gonna find
See
Sladen, though.
Sladen. Yeah, but you'll take what you can get at this point.
Yeah, not a bad kill at all.
I am not about
Sladen's been super obnoxious in the fights with the Gale Force and these shackles.
Kataro's running at this.
But if I was, I'd have Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, I guess so. They actually buy back on the Wind Ranger. She TPs into the mid tower. I'm guessing he wanted to like cut the bottom wave or something, but yeah, this is super strange. No,
These
he
guys
actually
are
just
cut
wants
off
to
from their
go in.
base now, but they have TPs.
Oh, big reflection. He
no.
finds the whole team. Warden trying to run away. There's going to be Yules. Oster goes in. Great static storm there to try and stop the Doom, but you've lost one. Art comes in. There's going to go ahead and be that Stone Gaze trying to hold them at bay, but Oster's still got the Doom, the break onto the Medusa. The lasso's caught Nico as well. They're looking for these heroes, and there it is to finish them off one by one. Dude, the Chad plays there. No vision at all. Just is like, I think they're right
drops the
here.
reflection, and then, lo and behold, that's where they were. They're about to lose sunlight as well.
This is a kill spree.
4 heroes now down, and I don't think anything can stop from walking up the high ground here. Katara does so much damage. Still has another 2 minutes left on this Aegis.
Kicking sweet hell out of Radiant's
Then they lose 1 set of racks here, maybe 2. They do have buybacks on the Ember Spirit and the Medusa, but how do they defend at this point?
bottom barracks just fell.
I don't think you can because there's like no ults. You don't have BKBs. You don't have Stone Gaze. Like, I don't know what you actually do. If you come forward on these heroes at all, like Bat Rider and Doom will just kill you.
All to hell.
20 seconds until you have Static Storm available again, and I think that is what you're waiting for, but you'd have lost 2 Raxes by then.
Yeah, and even then you have Sebastian's pushed in top, so it's going to start chipping the tier 3 there as well, which, I mean, they can honestly put pressure onto.
They're
Oscar
just
goes
going
in,
on Flea.
gets to, yeah, I'm going to say they're absolutely going to be able to get Flea here. Oh, Lotus Orb. Nicely done, but a second
debuff,
flame
but-
break charge. I think it's going to be enough to finish him off, and it is.
He's got
Nice
no
Yule's
buyback.
arrow from the Warden.
That's it. Without
Without
the
Disruptor
Static
Axe,
Storm,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Arc will go ahead and pop the Stone Gaze. Goes to Sunder, but nice Lotus there. Again, he does have that Aegis still in. There it is. Oscar comes in with the Aghanim Scepter Doom, just holding him in place. The Stampede to buy him some space, but he can't stomp to save him. And with that, it's looking real rough. Yules will buy him some space. Doom's going to get probably cleaned up here at the end of the day from Cringe Crew, which is nice, but yeah, she survives on just a sliver of health from Kataro. So they
Yeah,
force
and
the
they
Medusa
didn't-
buyback.
Yeah, they didn't actually take the racks there. So focused on cleaning out all those heroes that they live to fight another day. And Aegis is going to expire, which is the reason why Kataro ended up walking the way back. Doesn't want to get run down. Well, this isn't in his last 30 seconds.
He got a Pent Edge. Yeah, he wants that full heal, baby. He's also getting the good stuff from Ogre there, you know. All right, Sladen goes down bottom to Nico.
Yeah, he got revealed on Cailllou's ward. Oh, sorry, whose ward was that? That was the ward that plays earlier by Flea.
Those are okay deaths. Stuff like that is not really end of the world. Sebas has an Orchid, so he's now just opting to go Bloodthorn, full right click.
Looks like Dyer's courier just bit the button.
Fair enough.
Nico is level 24 on the Ember Spirit, despite everything.
Yeah. I think the Orchid makes more sense. The rest of it, maybe not so much. You have a single target. You have a way to pop Lincoln's
Yeah.
on the Ember now.
Exactly.
As well as if the Ember Spirit has dropped his links on something else or it's already popped, then basically disable onto him.
Yeah, there's double Lotus Orb on the side of Cringe Crew, which is nice, but if any of your stuff's on
They're
cooldown,
so
there's still
far
so much.
forward.
There's so much crowd control. I mean, they're
Look at
just trying
where-
to find something.
Yeah.
Hope
I mean,
Dyer's
they
courier
have a
just
lot of
bit
jump.
the ward. That thing is standing on its
Dude,
left.
look at
If
this
they-
ward. They actually just placed a
think-
ward in their base.
Yeah. It might work.
Dude, imagine going for this right now. They're gonna do it. They actually just go ahead right into the base and take down the Doom. Sick play. There's gonna be the Batrider lasso though, onto the Medusa, and Kataro
Oh my
just
God.
melts him. Sunlight, no chance at
He's
TPing
dead.
out of that one. And they've even managed to catch them run on the front side. There is going to be a TP out, but the Doom, the Force Staff on forward to break the TP. They've got him. The GG out. We talk about desperation, Smokes. That has to be one of the sickest ones I've ever seen, but it just didn't end up. It was not enough. They're too far behind.
I mean, I knew that was going to work. It was going to kill someone, even if that person was the center underneath the tier 3 tower. But the thing is, you have to drop everything. And if the enemies react past that one to the panic, then nobody gets out. The tankiest hero, you know, you have plenty of time to react. Everyone TP's in.
Yeah, really sick game. Overall, like Batrider and Terrorblade just completely crushed it on these two. I mean, we saw the Batrider matchup mid versus Ember, and as soon as Nico had that first death, it kind of looked like it was going to be a rough game for him, to say the least. And boy, was it.
Yeah, did not get. I mean, he played pretty solid. A lot of these team fights seem to be getting the dodge off to Oscar trying to come in and get the stomp on him. But regardless of that, things got out of control kind of quickly. I did like what Flea did with the Disruptor, going straight for that Aghanim Scepter, but unfortunately there was just a lack of damage to put into those static storms.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
walk away with the victory for game number 1 here.
Absolutely. So we're going to go to a short break, everyone, and we'll be back with, of course, game number 2 in this group stage series. Infamous does have a back-to-back game, so after this, they have to take on Dog Champs. So for them, it'd be a nice win to get their first series as a 2-0. We'll see if they can make that happen. So we'll see y'all after the break.